Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at both of these Hasbro Black Series Vader figures. This one, the one on the left, is from the TV series Kenobi, and then the one on the right would be the 40th anniversary vintage collection version of Darth Vader. So let's take a look at both of these up close. Alright, so let's start off with this one, the one from Kenobi series. Over on Disney Plus, and that's how it looks from the front. And the main selling point of this figure is that you get the exposed Anakin's head with part of his helmet gets sliced off by Kenobi. And then here is the 40th anniversary based on the Return of Jedi Darth Vader. And here's the actor who portrayed him back in the days. And there's his outfit. For the most part, let's see. Yeah, I think they are the same sculpt, except for, of course, the head sculpt and then the chest plate, because the chest box, this one has slashes on it. This one does not. And then I believe the belt is exactly the same. It's just painted a little bit differently. And the rest of him, I believe, is exactly the same, and even the fabric is exactly the same. And then let's take a look at the accessories. The one from Kenobi doesn't come with much at all. It only comes with the lightsaber, and that's it. The blade is detachable. And then the one from 40th anniversary, same thing, with the blade that's detachable. It's the exact same blade. Now, the 40th anniversary also comes with let's see, his dome, his face mask, and also the gripping hand, because here what he has is the stub. So you could pop that off and then give him the hand with the so he could hold the lightsaber. Then there's the dome, and then there's the face mask, which is right here. And then on the inside, there's nothing. And then on the top, detailing on it is really good. But the only issue is that it does not actually let you put the whole Vader back together. Because these are removable pieces, but they aren't meant to go on his head here. Alright, so here I got Vader here. And you could see the head and the neck piece are a separate piece. The head is a separate piece from the neck, I should say that. And yeah, so if you pop the head off, you could take the neck piece off, and then here this thing can go on his head, but it doesn't click in or anything, it just sits there. And then the dome goes on top, like that. So actually, if you do it carefully, you can put the whole helmet back together on the figure, and it doesn't come off. So that is nice. I like that. Initially, I thought it wouldn't go on properly, but actually it can. So, but it is just barely touching. So you just gotta line these line this mask up onto the bottom half of it, and then just line it up properly, then it should stay put. And then the dome is a little trickier. You have to make sure these grooves, they all lined up properly, and then it should stay on. So that's cool. I like that now, because initially I thought it wouldn't stay on, so what was the whole point of it? But now it can stay on, so that's nice. So as far as the dome shape and the likeness, I think it's fine. It looks good. Yeah, I think it looks acceptable for Vader. So let's remove the helmet back, and then you can see the actor portrayed Darth Vader in the Return of the Jedi movie. And again, this collar piece is a separate piece, so if you pop the head off, you can take this off. And as far as articulation, there's nothing new here. Let me take the saber off. Yeah, there's nothing new. yeah, compared to what we have gotten before, no, there's absolutely nothing new about this figure than what you have received previously. So same thing, ball joints here, cut thigh, double jointed knees, bunch ankles, and yeah, so everything else is the same. Here's a look at it. Yeah, really good. And here is another look at the Anakin, the Kenobi series Anakin Vader figure. Now I went ahead and removed the helmet just to see if there's an actual head underneath. It is fully sculpted, if anything else is painted, etc. So first I did take this apart, and I use those sticky tack to put it back on for now, for the time being. So if you remove this, let me see if I can get this off completely. Okay, so if you look at this, you would, so once you remove the dome, this is what you're gonna get. Get an Anakin head in there. And if you went ahead and took this section off, let's see, and it is possible, but you have to pop the whole head off in order to do that. So once you pop this whole head off, you see there's a ball joint there. There are 3 connections. One is over here, back there's a connection piece that goes up to the back of the neck. And then there's one underneath the chin. Both of them I have had to break it in order to get the head out. And then on top of the helmet, here there's a peg that goes into his head. So let me see if I can pop him out now. It's a little tricky because it's easier if you use a hair dryer to soften up the plastic in order to get this off. But here's what the head looks like underneath. So there is a Hayden Christensen head sculpt here, and like I said, there's a piece that goes into the chin. So I had to cut that off, and then back of the head, there's another piece right there, and then on top of the head, this is the piece that stuck into his head. But you do get a Anakin head sculpt out of this. So let me pop this back on, and here's what the head looks like. And if you take the cape off, you can see his neck is just way too thin. So yeah, if you decided to do something with it, then you might want to thicken up the neck a little bit more. But as far as the cape is concerned, it's like that. There's a cut on the back, I guess from his battle with Obi-Wan. And then on the top, you can see there's a hole for the cape to go in. I mean, for the neck to go over. And there is Anakin Skywalker. And it is possible for you to have this head sculpt on this figure here. So if you've gotten this, you could take this collar piece off of him, and then put it over this Anakin Vader, and then pop the head on, and it'll still look fine. So there you have it, 2 Anakin Skywalkers, 2 slash Vaders, and yeah, both of them. Well, this one does not come with a removable part. You can remove it if you so choose to, but you're doing it at your own risk, because this section here is very thin, and so if you stretch it too much, you might not be able to fit it back all over his head properly, and this section might flare out a little bit, just as I think mine, it's a little bit stretched out as well. So if you put the helmet back on, it still looks okay. There's 2 connection points here, I forgot to mention. Down here there's 1 connection point, and over on the side there's another connection point right there. It's not focusing. Right there, there's the connection point, there's the other one. So it connects over onto the top here and on the side here. So those are the 2 sections you need to remove first. And what I did was I used a hairdryer to soften up the plastic in order to pop those pieces off. Yeah, so welcome to try it yourself, but it's not something I recommend unless you really need that Anakin head sculpt. If you don't, then I would say leave it as is, because it looks better that way. So there you go. There's the two Black Series Vader from Star Wars at Hasbro. Thanks for watching.